There used to be good critics, but now it's a mafia. There are no genuine critics here. Even in Abu Dhabi, people understand that when you say leave your mind behind is wrong. It's a very, very wrong thing to do for a responsible critic. Assalamu alaikum, I am VIVEK AGNIHOTRI and you are watching me on Hamad Al Reyami's channel. I have found this channel a high quality, one of the best reviews for Indian films. Keep watching.
बहुत खुशी हो रही है, इन्होंने मुझे रंग दिया आपके रंग।
ये सत्य और अहिंसा का देश है, ये गांधी और नेहरू का देश है।
शास्त्री जी का क्यों नहीं?
هلا وغلا، معكم محمد سيف الريامي. أنا موجود حاليا في مكتب المخرج الهندي المعروف فيفيك أغنيهوتري اللي عمل أفلام، طبعا أفلام فيها ضجة، فيها أمور سياسية، وعملت ربكة في السينما الهندية، وآخرها فيلم طشقند، ملفات طشقند اللي هي The Tashkent Files. فمعانا فيفيك أغنيهوتري. Just I said that I am in Vivek Agnihotri office, who's make problem now in Bollywood for film industry by making this kind of movies like Tashkent Files. So first of all, congratulations for success of this movie.
Thank you, Hamad. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
You came all the way down from Abu Dhabi for this interview, so I really thank you, and this shows that how much people in Gulf love Hindi movies.
Yeah, and of course the love of Bollywood's come from 70s and 80s era, but nowadays the content movies also showing in Gulf, and one of them this Tashkent File.
Yeah, it's almost 4 weeks now. It's running houseful in whole lot of places in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Bahrain and all that places.
Okay, first of all I want to ask you now, what is your feeling after the victory of the Tashkent Files? I say victory because in the beginning there was something like against the movie, negative reviews or something like that in India, of course. So what you are feeling after this victory?
I would say miles to go before I sleep. See, what is happening is, and I'm sure you will also, you must be facing it, today the fight is not between left or right. The fight is between globalization and nationalism. You know, for every country and society is trying to protect their culture, to protect their customs. Now people from outside come and they say your culture is bad, your custom is bad, why are you wearing this, you should be like this. They want everybody to become Europe. They want everything to become America. And therefore everybody is trying to be very politically correct. In India what has happened is, being politically correct has started meaning don't say anything about politicians. So that's why in our movies we don't touch politics. You'll find love stories and everything is fine, but no political questions. So with my first film Buddhaina Traffic Jam, I raised a lot of political questions and I attacked the communist people. And now with this film again I have opened the old files which they had dug somewhere, and there are actually no files. When the film came, all the leftist critics, the communist critics and the so-called liberal critics, they gave it 0 star, 0.5 star. How can, you are a critic, tell me, how can a professional critic give 0 star?
That's unprofessional.
That is beyond my And today the situation is that Three Idiots was the highest ever rated film on IMDb, 8.4. Our film is running 8.6.
Wow.
Okay, it's running 90% approval rate on Book My Show. It's running 90% approval rate on Google reviews. So, and it's running houseful everywhere. Everybody said the film won't run for more than 3 days. It ran on the onslaught of Kalank. Then with Avengers, it's running houseful right now if you want to see the film, you can't see. It's running houseful everywhere. And besides that, what is happening is it's motivating people. Today, Right to Truth is becoming a small mini movement. Young boys and girls are connecting with the concept of right to truth. So I think it's a small, it's not victory, it's a step ahead in the movement I want to create in this country, which is right to truth.
Vivek, I want to ask you that first of all, I believe that your beginning career was in films like Chocolate, like Day Danadan Goal. I believe that it wasn't your hard choice, and your aim for being a filmmaker was start from Buddha at the traffic, and now the Tashkent Files. What do you think? Is it right or what?
You have made me emotional. Because no Indian critic or reviewer has ever asked me, you have understood exactly. What happened was that when I started my career, I never went to a film school. I never thought of becoming a filmmaker. I was doing advertising. And by coincidence, I came into filmmaking. Everybody said you should make big films, big commercial films with big stars. And at that time when I made Chocolate, big stars used to make films only if you give them a Hollywood DVD.
Yes.
And that's how the whole thing started. And then I got disillusioned. I said, this is not the voice of my heart. These are not the kind of films I want. So you can say Chocolate and Gold, I was learning the craft of filmmaking at somebody else's expense. So for me, that was like schooling in filmmaking. When I understood what the power films have, then I said, I am going to make films which I want to, my story, the story which I have seen, my experiences, you know, and not what chalta hai or what goes. And that's when I restarted my career. I just threw everything, sacrificed everything, and I started step one, Buddha in a traffic jam. Then they got lots of awards. Then second short film I made, Mohammed and Urvashi, that got lots of awards. And then we made Bharat Ki Baat, a show which again is a highly popular and respected show. Then this has come, and after this I'm making 2-3 things which are again coming from my soul.
I saw Buddha. Unfortunately, I saw it online, but really it's touched me because there is a clever kind of cinema in this movie. Nobody did a political movie, even in Hollywood, in this style, which is really have like some feelings inside yourself that it's happening, how come it's happening, and you feel that, oh my God, if it's happened, what will happen in the future? That kind of movie, really, I love it, really.
Thank you very much.
I will ask you, as many said that the not giving so many critics from India was have political reasons against Tashkent Files, as I know. Is it true, while we know sometimes some small movies can't be reviewed by some critics? Like in your country, there is critics just reviewing by their own thought. But they don't look about filmmaking, how this movie made, and what about the camera work, about direction work, and about other stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, is it happening in India, and is it more than 80% of critics like that?
Yeah, see, I'll tell you what happens is when you make a lot of mediocre films, then you start depending on the critics for them to say good things about you. That's what politicians also do. Corrupt politicians need a lot of sycophants around them. So they give them bungalows, cars, foreign trips, money, alcohol, women, and that's how they get them in their fold, you know. And that's exactly what happened with our movies here. There used to be good critics, but now it's a mafia. There are no genuine critics here. Okay, they choose their friends, they criticize their film, they don't like your face. If they don't like your clothes and they say this man is not wearing a suit and tie like a British babu, then they will, whatever film you make, they will give you bad ratings. Most of these reviews were about me. They were not about the film. In fact, in a way, I am very happy because I am one of the most discussed person. So they are doing me a lot of favor. And I am saying it deliberately so that next time they are careful. You know, so I know their strategy. But I never made film for them. In fact, I was against showing the film to them. I had told Z that I don't want to show the film to them. But I was told by the corporate house that, see, you will be making films in the future, we'll be making films in the future, there is no point taking, you know, pissing them off. But I said, what's the point? I mean, they are anyways pissed off, and no amount of work I do is ever going to satisfy them. Tashkent Files, people are crying in cinema halls. They're clapping in cinema halls. For the first time, a small film has made the word houseful popular. These big 200 crore rupee films are not being able to give houseful. Yeah. My film is going houseful every single day. We have made it popular. People, there's a pin drop silence when the film ends. People are stunned. You may not be able to relate so much with the history, but here, every small town middle class boy and girl has suffered this. They are never told the truth. So when they see the truth, they say, oh my God, I have been cheated. And they feel stunned. They can't believe it. And that's the impact it's doing. So these critics I don't care about much.
How you managed to bring 5 winner of national awards? Six national winners of national awards. In this movie. How come this idea come in your mind to bring them back all together in this movie?
I think, yeah, and
wife.
yeah, and I think the reason was that the script was very compelling. When people read it, they realized 2-3 things. A, the theme is very good, and we showed them the research, and they got convinced. They understood what we are making is genuine, authentic, based on RTIs and parliament records. Then, third thing was for everybody there was something to perform. These kind of characters you don't get every day to play. So that's how everybody came in. For Pankaj Tripathi, he's always playing a criminal, abusing, comedy and, scratching and making people laugh. Here, he was playing a scientist, he was doing something very sensitive, he was a racist, who was talking about communal thing. In the end, we say you are a bad guy. So taking that kind of moralistic, ethical defeat in the end. So for everyone, there was something to play. And fourth thing was, in this film, I also surrendered absolutely to the script and performers. So there was no ego hassle here. That's how everybody came on board.
I heard that Mithunda loved the script that much that he did this movie in free for free. Is it true or what?
See, suppose you're a big guy and you charge a certain fees, and if you charge very small amount of that, it's as good as doing it free, But besides that, what the value Mithunda brought to the whole thing. In fact, I remember he called me one day and he said, I want to meet you. I was a little nervous. I said, maybe there is something, I said, maybe there is something he has not liked in the script. When I reached there, he said, tell me one thing, how this character sleeps. I said, what do you mean?
Wow.
He said, he sleeps on the left side or the right side. Does he sleep like this or he sleeps like this, or how does he sleep? I said, but Mithunda, we don't have any scene where he has to sleep. He said, I just want to understand. He started from there, how he sleeps, how he eats, how he takes shower. He asked me all these things. Is he somebody who he takes shower from the bucket or shower? How does he do it? I mean, does he take shower twice a day, once a day? Such detailing he did. And you will be, since you are such a film buff, you will be delighted to know there is a scene in the film where he is lying in the sofa, the couch, when the girl comes.
Yes.
And
that's one of my best scene in the movie, best scene.
That's my best scene too. So after lunch, he slept on the sofa and we prepared lighting. I said, Mithunda, now we are ready, let's take. He said, take. I said, no, you have to get up. And he said, no, you take. You say when she comes, I'll do it, don't worry. I said, you're going to do it like this? Yes. And he's sleeping like that, how he gets up, the detailing, the kneecap he's wearing. Yeah. Even at that point, you can see his underwear also. Yes. So natural, so real he did. And in the way he, while talking, he does his, like, I think that's how great actors are. And he's one of those greatest actors. He's a 3-time National Award winner, not once, 3 times.
Yeah, in Bengali movies.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Bollywood. In one interview, you said that some filmmakers want to make audience full, or they want to make them idiot. What do you mean about that, and what's the meaning of that?
My experience has been that when you make a film, right from the beginning, be it a costume designer or an action director or a writer or a producer, studios, actors, everybody somehow in their mind believe that audience can be manipulated. They believe that audience doesn't have any intellect and they can be fooled. That's why you will find that most of the films are trying to dumb down everything. They try to make everything very, very simplistic because they believe that audience will not understand. I was also doing it in Buddha, in Goal, I did the same thing. It was very simple film. Okay, there is one this thing and the other party, they fight and one wins.
Chocolate and...
Chocolate was complicated. Chocolate was a complex film. Yeah, but because it was copied from a Hollywood film and that film itself was very complicated. But with Buddha in a traffic jam, I said, I don't care. Even if 100 people see, I want to challenge people's mind. Normally films challenge their heart, their emotions. I will challenge their mind. It's not possible that people don't have mind. They have. Everybody has intelligence. And the kind of response we got, it became a cult film. And today, whatever I am, it's because of Buddha in a traffic jam. I travel 25 days in a month. People invite me for speeches. It's all because of Buddha in a traffic jam. One film has changed so much. It brought in new political ideology, changed the political narrative, the urban nationalism came into play. All that because of one film, because it challenged people's intellect. Similarly, this film, Tashkent Files, again we have challenged people's intellect, their thoughts, their ideas. And that's why this small movement called Right to Truth movement has begun. Yesterday on Twitter it was trending, Right to Truth, everything was about Right to Truth.
Great. Also, I want to ask you, Sam, regarding Bollywood, movies like this year, Soncharia, Photograph, declared pure flop in Bollywood, in spite of being having good reviews by right reviews, and movies like Secret Superstar and Andhadhun doing less business than what did in China. Is it stardom or the easy making movies business behind of this? You know, some people have a mind of making movie but in easy way, like you said, making idiot fool to audience. So is it that the reason in Bollywood happening for this kind of movies, less business? And what about Tashkent Files? We'll see it in China or no? I want to know about it.
Yeah, you are right. See, nobody is trying to work hard. My learning is a film requires a lot of time, like a baby. You have to nurture it slowly. You have to keep building it. You have to connect with the people and the public. What happens is, all the stars, they do a lot of PR and marketing till the release day on Friday, and after that they go on to something else. Yes. But if you see, every day I am posting something or the other. Today also I made a poster myself that today is a Maharashtra Day, Labor Day, Dry Day, and also the Tashkent Files Day. It shows that I care about my film. I want people to see it. There's nothing wrong in telling people, please see my work. Nothing wrong. That's why you have made it. So these films, I think everybody goes through a template. There is a template of Fox and Warner and 20th Century Fox. Everybody follows that. So it's an easy way of doing films. Otherwise, films must do lots and lots of business.
Last year was content was the winner. And last year, 2018, I believe, so many movies was hit because of content, not because of stardom. Do you think Bollywood is changing for better in the future?
I don't think Bollywood is changing. I think the audience is changing, right? People are becoming more mature. The reason that they have accepted my film, which means they have become more mature. And that is happening because a lot of millennials are seeing films and their exposure is to the global films. They see films from all over the world, and that's why they understand that films cannot be mindless comedies. And you'll find all these mindless comedies are not working. They work for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they're gone. So India is a strange country. We have invented something called mindless comedy. Yes, I want to ask and all these critics who are giving 0 stars to us, they give 3 stars to some stupid films, and they say, leave your mind behind and then you'll enjoy the film. What kind of thing is this?
I don't love this word. To be honest, I don't love it.
I hate it. So this is, even in Abu Dhabi, people understand that when you say leave your mind behind is wrong. It's a very, very wrong thing to do for a responsible critic. But they do it openly. They think it's something great they are writing.
What spices we would expect from Vivek in the future? New spices, new adventures, movies.
See, I'm working on a couple of subjects. One is a very sensitive and very dangerous subject. Oh. So I have to be, my children are teenagers now and they will be on this thing. And so I have to, it can be very risky, but I will make it. If not immediately, then maybe after a few years, but I'll make it. It's a very risky subject. And besides that, I'm also working on, I want to adapt some Indian stories, old ancient stories from India. You can call them mythology or history or whatever you want to call them.
Tumbar, or it's something else.
Yeah, I actually, I want to pick up Mahabharata.
Okay.
And see it in today's context. What happens is, there are ancient religious texts, which are thousands of years old. And the younger generation say, oh, this is old, it means nothing. But if you realize, religion plays a very important role in our lives. Whatever anybody has to say, can say. So I am trying to adapt Mahabharata in modern times, because values, the morality and values is judged only in a crisis. On everyday basis, you can tell your wife, I love you and I love you, but then there's a crisis, then you figure out, that's why you'll say intercontinental, religious marriages, they're tested only when there's a fight between the couple. Otherwise, so similarly, in the changing world, in a globalized world, what role these ancient texts play? That is what I want to discover for myself. And besides that, I told you I'm making a very politically sensitive film.
Yeah, that's my last question. Is it will be political genre, or you will be doing something else, another genre?
See, in a developing country like India, a democracy like India, politics and religion, these two things play a very, very big role. And now what has happened is that politics and religion both have got mixed. We are a cosmopolitan country. Okay, we have people from all religions, all culture. We have the second largest Muslim population in the world. We have people do namaz everywhere. We celebrate Eid. We have Christian festivals. We have Buddhist festivals. We have all these kind of things.
So many holidays.
Yeah, so many holidays. Every second week, third week, there is some holiday or the other. So in this, to keep so many people together, politics has a very, very important role to play. Wrong politics can divide the country like it got divided once in 1947. And good politics can keep it united and make it progress. So politics is not such a bad thing. Bad politicians are bad thing. Bad politics is a bad thing. Politics per se is not a bad thing. Similarly, like religion is not a bad thing. Religion is a very, very good thing. But bad misuse of religion is a bad thing. So I want to make a film which is going to be political, social and religious in nature. So that's why it's little sensitive, because religion comes in, then people everybody gets outraged. Yeah. But that's a filmmaker's job, to look at the society, become a mirror to the society. So even if I have to sacrifice everything, including my life for that, I'll do that, but I will make this film.
Wow, what a brave thought of you. And the last thing also, I want to ask you, will you able to do a movie like, as you said, there's what is called mindless comedy, but not mindless comedy. I'm asking you, commercial film, masala film, something like that with big stars. Are you planning to do this, or if you have an offer, you will do it?
I don't think now I'll be able to go back to that, because what happens is those films become very star oriented. Everything has to be decided keeping the star's image in mind. Suppose you are doing a Salman Khan film, then everything has to work according to Salman Khan. Everything has to work according to how he looks, how he does. Today only I was reading, there's a film coming next week called Student of the Year. And I was reading about it. They said we wrote one script, then we cast this very talented young actor, Tiger Shroff. They said then we changed the entire script because we have to keep his image in mind. So now, which image in mind? Cut the dialogues, cut the theme, bring in more dance, bring in more action, because he's an action hero. So that's what happens. Then these.
I believe, Vivek, sorry to cut you. This movie, it's one of the 10th top list of this year, which I'll not able to see.
Student of the Year?
Yeah.
Why won't you be able to see?
I don't want to see this movie.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the 10 of top, because nothing new. As you said, Tiger Shroff, they make the script for Tiger Shroff.
Yeah,
they not make a script
for you.
For me.
Yeah, so audience can see it, All these people are making scripts for the star, not for the audience. I want to make it for the audience. If some star says, okay, like Mithunda told me, Vivek, make whatever you want, I will not question you. It's your film. Every time he'll say, how should I do it? Should I walk like this? You tell me. It's your film. So I said, no, Dada, you are such an experienced actor. Do whatever way you like. No. It's your film, your vision. You tell me what you want. What is your audience? That is the relationship I want with my actors. So if some star says, okay, I surrender myself, do whatever you want, then I'll make it with a star. Otherwise, I don't want to make it with stars. And also, they can't understand my mind and I can't understand their mind.
Yeah, right. But I believe there is some stars want to be in the movie, which is depend on director work and depend on the script and depend on the content. And I believe somebody in big stars want to work with you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if I have to work with Amir Khan, I'll do anything. Okay, Amitabh Bachchan, he also surrenders himself totally. Yeah. Then there are new young actors, Rajkumar Rao. I'm a big fan of Rajkumar Rao. He experiments, he does great job. So is Vicky Kaushal is doing great job. And Ranbir Kapoor is a great actor, you know. But the problem is Ranbir Kapoor and Ranbir Singh both are great actors. But what happens is they have 20-25 people around them, bodyguard. This I feel very uncomfortable when people have so many this thing. So because once Mr. Bachchan walks onto the set, then nobody comes with him.
Yeah.
You know, Amir Khan also doesn't carry all this baggage with him. So I like people who I can sit and talk like friends. I don't want people where I'm watching them as your boss has time or not. Can I go inside his vanity van or not? So, and Ayushmann Khurrana, again a brilliant actor. And you don't need heroes all the times. In Tashkent Files, we'd worked with a new girl, Shweta Basu Prasad, and
Wow, she's
what
brilliant.
you think so?
Brilliant. She should, if she not will be winner, at least she should be nominated this year.
Yeah, so if Shweta is going to see it, you must know this gentleman understands cinema so well, and if he's saying it, you already have got an award.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to say to the audience, before I came Bombay, I was visiting some cinemas. The Tashkent Files movie, in spite of having big competition with Kalank, after that now with Avengers, they increase the screens for the movie. That's really good news for me and for the audience and for you, I think.
Thank you, Hamad. Thanks a lot.
And thank you so much for this interview.
And I have to say that you are doing a good job. And generally, the governments have ambassadors, and that's how two countries have great relations. But what you are doing is a great. You are the ambassador, and I think Abu Dhabi government should appoint you as the cultural ambassador to India. And very soon, I would like to see you here in the consulate and reviewing Bollywood films.
Inshallah, I will not be that reviewer. We're giving 0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.